There was no photographer on our island until 2 years ago. This is the first picture of our family, and it is just what my mother was wanting. I think seeing it makes her feel that the tradition of pottery will carry on in our family with me, even when my uncle stopped working at the wheel. My cousin, Yanaki, is thinking about becoming a potter too. But he's only 10 and is not yet serious enough. Finally, our week of waiting is up, and we can load the kiln. When my candlesticks are in the intense heat of the kiln, they will shrink. But I don't think they will break. It takes over 6 hours to bring the kiln to its full heat, and the pots then bake for 6 more hours. It will be 2 days before the kiln is cool enough to take our pots out. While the kiln is cooling, Uncle Francescos wants me to visit a potter who lives on the other side of the island. Many of the potters here knew my father and are glad to show me their own special techniques.
Τι να κάνεις τώρα αυτό?
Αυτό θα γίνει με κανάλι του νερού. Αλλά ακόμα έχει δουλειά για να γίνει. Μετά θα του κάνουμε τη γαρνιτούρα και τελειώνει. Τώρα θα βάλουμε την περικούρα να του δώσουμε μερικό σήμα.
Well, they're fine. They've come out just the way I was hoping they would. Now I know our church will have clay candlesticks.
Don't forget Sesame Street at 3 o'clock. Let's listen to some music until then.
The ancient Mayan Indians, lords of the jungle. Carved in stone, forever, but gone. 2,000 years. Over 2,000 years ago, they built huge cities that towered over the tropical jungle. Here, in the city of Tikal, they invented their own numbers and understood the movement of the stars. Here, too, they developed their own unique style of weaving. Then, mysteriously, these gigantic Mayan cities disappeared. And when the first European explorers came, just 400 years ago, the jungles had grown over the ancient streets and plazas. The Mayans were gone. They are my ancestors, and ever since I was small, I have dreamed of visiting them, of visiting the ruins of Tikal. My name is Gilberto Leopoldo. I am 14 years old, and like our Mayan ancestors of long ago, I am learning to be a weaver. I live in Guatemala, a small country in Central America. My village is in the Western Highlands. It is called Salcajar, and it is well known for its special kind of ghost pattern weaving. My father, Don Jose, is a master weaver, and he is teaching me on our big loom at home. My father says it is very important to set up the fabric we are making on the loom with just the right amount of tension. Our village lies in a mountain valley. There are about 800 people here, and our family lives in a small white house overlooking the town. In Spanish, we call our district La Joya, which means the jewel, because it is so beautiful. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, and my whole family knows I dream of visiting Tikal. My mother says if I want to go that badly, I must ask God's help. Don Jose is very fast and can weave 4 meters in one day. He keeps the entire sequence of colors in his memory, and he says that a good weaver must work to a rhythm in his mind, just like a musician. He says that to become a master weaver, I must concentrate on my work and not be dreaming of Tikal all the time. I first learned in school that it was the Spanish who introduced the loom to Guatemala. But even today, many weavers still use the methods that the Mayans used long before the birth of Christ. We call this backstrap weaving. It's actually a tiny loom attached to a post with a strap around the weaver's back for tension. The threads are separated by twisting a flat stick instead of the foot pedals we use, and the cross threads are carefully placed in position. Many people make their own clothes out of the colorful patterns they weave. My father started me on the loom when I was 10. He always says a master must have an artist's eye for color and design and firm concentration when weaving. Weaving is actually the interlocking of threads to make cloth. On the loom, long threads stretch away from the weaver. We can separate these by using foot pedals and slide across a shuttle which contains the cross thread. Beating down firmly after each pass of the shuttle makes the fabric tight and strong. And each time we do this, we add the thickness of 1 thread to the length of the cloth.